Hi guys! So, as promised, I'm just going to do a little video about what to do straight after surgery because a lot of you have had your surgery and now you're on the loser's bench. It's all very exciting and you're alive. Hallelujah, you're alive. Just a quick update. Very excited. I finally got under 12 stone, so I've lost another pound and a half this week. So that's 9.5 stone. No, 9.5 pounds in like 5 weeks since I've been back on track. So that's taken me from 18 stone 8 to 11 stone 13 and a half. Okay, so my surgery was back in October 2013, so it's nearly 2 years ago now. But as you know, I stalled for quite a long period this year. But in those first 3 or 4 months after weight loss, say 6 months, you do lose the weight really quickly, and it's great because you never lose it that quickly again. So no matter how hard it feels and tough it feels in those first weeks and months, stick with it because it does get easier. So that's the first thing to remember. I remember there's been somebody commenting, and sort of 2 days after the operation, it seems to be a real slump there mentally. People get sort of maybe it's a come down from some of the medication and the shock as well, because it's a shock. So you're in shock. You're coming out of this sort of state of shock, and you suddenly feel it can feel quite depressed. You might feel regretful. You're scared about, have you done the right thing? It's a bit late now. What am I going to do? You can't eat properly. You're sipping water. You feel thirsty. You're in pain. And maybe they're not giving you quite a strong medication, and you might even be sent home on day two. Luckily I was kept in for about 4 days, but I think in England sometimes they keep you in only for a couple of days. So day two can be tough, right? But I've heard from everybody across the board that this is normal. So although it feels horrible, take some painkillers, go back to sleep, watch some DVDs, watch some comedy, read some books, some magazines, and just know that this phase will pass and it will get better. So the first day you're pretty much zonked out and you're on pain medication. You might be in a bit of pain. Second day, horrible. Third day, not so bad. All right, you should be starting to come off like some of the side effects and everything. You still should be getting some sort of pain medication though. But because you tend to be on a really strong sort of morphine based things around the time of the operation, you're going to have some sort of withdrawal, I think, from that. I was on Ketagon, which is a type of opiate, really. I was like off my face, to be fair. And I really liked it. I sort of had a bit of withdrawal about that. And if you're on a sort of morphine as well, it takes a while to get back off that. Now, the pain is normal in the first few days. You will have a lot of pain, and just really moving as much as you can, walking as soon as possible afterwards, just sitting up if you can't do that, rocking from side to side like that, forwards, round and round and round, shoulders, arms up, arms down. It's all that gas that they had to inflate your stomach right out with a load of gas so they could do the operation. Um, so that's going to be why you're feeling a lot of the pain. So to get rid of that, the only way to do it is to move. You can try peppermint tea if you can sip that. It doesn't taste very nice, and they might give you some medicine for it. But and you should obviously get pain medication. Take it very, very slowly. You'll think you might be a bit scared almost to be like, well, I'm never going to be able to eat or drink again and try too much too soon. And I was guilty of that myself. But just try and take. Hello, oh, here's Harry. Hello. Take it really slowly, just little tiny sips. Water, maybe some warm drinks as well. Here's Harry. Oh my gosh, look how big he is. Hello, I'm talking to the people here. Okay, so you can be quiet and listen for a little while. You can look at yourself though. This is one of the reasons I did the operation. I know a lot of you are mums. That's another thing. When your kids come home, somebody must tell them not to run up and jump on you, because you'll have a sore tummy, won't you? Do you remember when I had a sore tummy and you came to visit me in the hospital, didn't you? Yeah?
It's copying me, look.
It's copying you. That's because it is you. Yeah, check your wounds that are on your tummy. Make sure, and they shouldn't be gooey seeping stuff or anything. It shouldn't really be bleeding at all. They should be just healing. No, Harry, I'm trying to talk to the people out there. Can you go outside and I'll call you in a minute when I'm ready? Say bye. Say bye. Bye. Can you say bye bye if you want? No? Okay, he's going in a mood now. Yeah. You will need people to look after you. Don't although I say move, I mean move very carefully and slowly around. Okay, you need somebody to help you lift and carry things. Don't try and do that too quickly. And yeah, do not rush into even the pureed stage. From the pureed stage, don't rush into the hard foods. I did in my early video, you can see, and I mean, it wasn't what caused the stricture, but I don't think it really helped, to be honest. Yeah, the stricture. Now, so there was a lady recently who was posting on a Facebook forum that she was having real problems swallowing. There was a lot of pain, and it seemed to be in this chest area. And everyone, the same as they did to me, said, "Oh, I had problems like that. I had water. I couldn't drink water." And just go with it. That's fine. But no, if you really feel that it's wrong, you get back in touch with your team straight away. I even just went straight into A&E after 48 hours, not being able to drink water. I mean, you can die from that. So if you're not hydrated, they need to get you straight in there and put you on an IV. And it might not be a stricture, but if you're dehydrated, that's just as bad. You cannot go for 48 hours without drinking water. Okay, so if you're having problems like that, it may well be a problem. I was told it was much more common than we're led to believe, that there are these problems, ulcers, strictures, things like that. So listen, if it feels really wrong to you, if you're having a lot of pain that doesn't feel normal, not just gas pain, I'm talking about real pain when you eat or chew. My surgeon said to me, you shouldn't be having pain when you're eating. You should just maybe feel a bit uncomfortable, but if there's a real pain or it making funny noises and something doesn't feel right, get in touch with your team straight away. Okay, and then yeah, I mean, just move through follow the advice from your team. Eat very slowly, chew till it's a puree. Just take all the advice it's given you, and keep in touch with people on the forums and everything, and ask all the questions and everything, and just make the most of these few months, because although it's uncomfortable and you will have down days, and I about 7 weeks out had a bit of a breakdown because I thought, oh god, what's going on? But you can see now it's better. I've lost loads of weight, and it's the best thing I ever did, and it will get easier. So take it easy. Don't worry about day 2. It's a horrible day. If you can, just sleep through it. Move around as much as you can. Stretches. I was told to. I had a tube I had to blow in. You've got to get this phlegm out of your lungs as well, so coughing and blowing and moving and stuff like that. So well done and welcome to the losers bench. It's going to be great. It gets easier and easier. It gets better and better. But in these first few weeks, if you're feeling any problems and you feel that something isn't right, get straight in touch with your team. And if they're not taking it seriously, get yourself straight off to A&E and make sure they take you in. And good luck. Speak to you soon, guys.